All right, 5:30, we'll call the meeting to order for the Select Board for Monday, November 3rd. Please join me for pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You don't have any appointments? Do you have any citizen participation? No? Okay. Town administrator?
No report at this time. As we go further down, the MOU, you just listen.
All right. I'll make a motion to accept the departmental reports.
I will hold off on seconding that motion because I do have a few things that I would like to go through real quick. Chief, could I have a moment of your time, if we could? After reading some of your reports, I would just like to bring some things to everybody's attention and get your input on it, if I could. One of your reports refers to receiving complaints from the wine house in regards to music.
Yep.
According to this, an officer has a decibel reader.
It's a personal decibel reader. It just
Okay.
took out there, and again, that was a couple weeks ago, so I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I
Yep.
think they were between 49 and 59 decibels, if I remember correctly.
The highest reading, according to this, on what looks like to be Jennifer Drive was 59.7.
Right. And I believe the acceptable in the bylaws is 65 decibels.
We looked up 60, we thought at one point, but I thought it was 65.
I think it's 65, 7A to 7P off the top of my head.
Okay. Either way, we're a few points below that, so, I thank you for getting that in your report.
Yeah, one of the officers took it upon himself. It was great that he did, just so we had an idea.
Wonderful. We had another dog bite in town, a FedEx driver.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Unleashed animal or on
It was
private
in
property?
private property, they were making a delivery, sorry if I didn't elaborate on that more. They were making a delivery, the dog actually was outside with the owner, the FedEx driver went
Okay.
into the yard to protect them.
Unannounced, okay.
Everything was, as far as shots and stuff, didn't follow up on all of
I
that.
did see that,
That's-
yeah, it's all good. That's probably- I think that was it.
Okay,
Thank you.
of course.
There was one other thing here. I talked to Dave DeRosa recently. He said they were undercoating all of the trucks at the yard, all the dump trucks, the new one included. They're using a new system called wax oil rather than the old film wool wax, which used to remain tacky and would collect a lot of debris and things of that nature. So the wax oil, I guess, is a better product. It dries and won't be collecting all of the stuff from the roads and easier to clean.
good.
So I was happy to hear that. So we're trying to, he's doing his best to maintain our vehicles for us with winter coming. Jeremy had a couple of things. He had to clean more water from the basement floor at West Street. And according to his report, they found a broken roof drain in a wall, which is where the water was coming from. Are you aware of that, Tom?
Yes.
Okay. Could you elaborate on that a little bit for us, or are you just aware that it was?
Just aware.
Okay.
Yep, and they're trying to get the, right, it's way better.
Chief?
We are, the West Street Building Committee has asked Jeremy to get a quote. We believe we can bypass this because it's unfortunately is buried under the building.
Right.
Part of that structure was, there's no cellar or access to it. So the belief is that they can basically pipe the drain through the ceiling area and then down the outside, and that should eliminate our problems.
Which is not uncommon. And then they'll just discontinue the other pipe.
Correct.
So my concern with that is, bear with me one second. It says Jeremy will get plumbing contractors to give proposal for the relocation of the pipe versus trying to excavate the existing pipe. Makes total sense to me. I get it. I've seen them, I've buried them in buildings and chases and whatnot
Okay.
over the years. So it makes total sense. But why would we be getting extra quotes if this is part of the
That is,
remediation?
that is part of the building that is not being.
Not under contract?
Correct.
Oh, it's a separate, it's the other
It's,
part of
it's
the
the other part of the building. It's not in
Okay.
that 10, 11,000 foot square
Got it.
footage scope
Okay.
of the project.
Yep.
So we're just
So-
addressing it so it's not a problem in the future.
So it's not something the contractor would have put in his bid anyway?
Correct.
Okay, very good. That was it. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Yep.
We'll second the motion on receiving the reports. Departmental reports.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nobody opposed?
Thank you, chief.
Yep.
We have maintenance warrants for approval. We'll start off with this. I'll make a motion to approve warrant number PR 23S dated October 10th, 2025 in the amount of $305,795.69.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? I'll make a motion to approve warrant number is D024 dated October 10th, 2025 in the amount of $335,293.41.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. I'll make a motion to approve warrant number 025 dated October 17th, 2025 in the amount of $405,414.42.
I'm sorry, did you say 414?
$405,514.42.
Yep, got it. Thank you. Yes, correct. I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Make a motion to approve warrant number 025S dated October 17th, 2025, in the amount of $215,054.68.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
I will vote out of necessity for select board
Thank you.
table.
I'll make a motion to approve warrant number PR 26S dated October 24th, 2025, the amount of $297,554.29.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
I'm just asking them.
They're both the same. You go.
Thank you.
That's it.
I'm all set.
Do we have the notice for the public hearing somewhere?
Yeah, I have it here.
Do you have a time for it on there anywhere?
I think it's next.
I know it's next, so it should be.
That's not a list, but no particular time as to.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, let's give you a public hearing. Announcement in accordance with the provisions of section 22, chapter 166 of the Massachusetts General Laws, you are hereby notified of a public hearing will be held on Monday, October 20th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. or as soon as thereafter as the agenda permits. At 10B West State Street, Senior Center, first floor, Granby, Massachusetts, 01033. The hearing will be held on the petition of National Grid to erect poles and wires along along, under, or across one of the public ways in the town of Granby abutting property owned by you. So this is New Ludlow Road, correct?
Yes. Are you here to represent? Would you come on up to the table, please, and
Sure. Master Grid's proposing a relocate pole, 28-84. There's a right of way that we're just trying to get rid of. And this is to remove a pole just to make our pole line more reliable, whatnot. Just here if there's any general questions.
So you're looking just to eliminate a pole or move it?
Move it over.
Okay. How far are you moving it?
It says 15 feet west.
Okay.
15 feet west of the existing location.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Any questions from the public? No? Okay, not hearing any. We'll close the public portion of the hearing at this time.
do we need a motion on it?
Do you have any questions or anything for us?
No questions.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve for National Grid, the pole relocation on New Ludlow Road.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? All set, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, next we have memorandum of understanding accounting services.
Yes, so it's between the town of Granby and Madeline Watazik. She actually comes from the town of Warren. We have LBA Associates. She's been working with LBA Associates. She doesn't right now, but she has 20 plus years experience. We urgently need to close out our books, set up our tax rate, and obtain necessary financial information for the school to submit to DESI. We have reached out to the auditor. Because the town of Granby uses an accounting system that no other town currently operates, we are in a very unique and challenging situation. Mark has been assisting me throughout the process. We've also contacted our local and state representatives who understand the difficulty of our position and have expressed their full support. When I spoke with LBA Associates, they advised me to reach out to towns of Pembroke and Warren for possible assistance. Pembroke has not used the software for over 7 years. Town of Warren's, I reached out to the Town of Warren's administrator, and he did connect me with Madeline Watazik. They haven't used it either in over 5 years. She has over 20 plus years experience working with LBA, and she has kindly agreed to help us close this year end. Time is not on our side. Our tax rate must be set by November 30th, and we need all the supporting financial sheets and our Schedule A completed in order to close out FY25. To move forward, I have prepared an MOU and sent it over to our town attorney for review. He did not identify any issues, noting only that under normal circumstances, we would require that a contractor provide liability insurance. However, given the urgency of the situation, then that such requirement could delay or jeopardize the assistance. I also contacted Maya Insurance just to make sure we were all set. He said we were all set and we're fine without the insurance. So I just wanted to double check and do our due diligence 100%.
Okay.
Therefore, it is extremely important that this MOU be signed tonight so we can move forward without delay. Additionally, also, I just want to also add that we are behind on our revenue postings, currently still working in December 2024. So we are going to need to engage in a firm to help us get caught up. I have reached out to several firms and I'm just waiting for some quotes and responses. I recommend that we hold another meeting on Monday, November 10th to talk about that situation. So we can go over reviews and the contracts, what I end up receiving. We need these revenues to be able to set our tax rate, and that depends on us having accurate, up-to-date revenue information, as well as update enterprise fund balances. The situation is very critical, and we must act quickly to close our books, set our tax rate, and provide DESI information. We did have a meeting with Department of Revenue, and all representatives were involved. Jake Oliveri was there, Omar Gomez, Mindy Dom, Mark was also with me. our accounting was with me, and then a lot of people from DOR were there. They are going to give us an extension, but again, we still need to work. I mean, it takes a long time to close out books.
Right.
So with that being said, at least we have the accounting aspect in place for LBA Associates with a memorandum of understanding with Madeline. I am very thankful that the town of Warren and Madeline basically has agreed to step up and help us out, which is very nice. And it's nice, it's in a community right next to us willing to help out the town of Granby. So I consider that a win for us.
Where will where will the funds come from?
So I did reach out to the finance committee. The finance committee is having a meeting tomorrow at 3:00. I talked with John LaBera, and I had asked them for the transfer request. There seems to be no problem. They just have to vote on it. We'll be all set with that route. So we're good there.
And is that free cash that we're pulling that from?
It would be out of the reserve account transfer account. It's the financial.
Okay.
That's their account. They have all the authority to say that we can
Approve that.
approve it.
Okay,
Yes.
very good.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is a MOU to establish the terms of understanding between the town of Granby and Madeline, what is it?
Watazik.
Dozick, the consultant, providing accounting consulting services to support the organization year's financial close, tax rate recap, and if available, assistance with school-related financial matters. This is going to be remain in effect until December 20th, 2025. And compensation on this is a rate of $100 per hour with an estimate up to 70 hours. Right. Any further additional hours are needed, then that will be pre-approved by the town of Granby in writing.
That's right.
We'll move further with that, so. I mean, it's something we need to do, so.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Agreed.
Well, I'll make a motion that we sign the MOU.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? I signed next to my name. I thought that's what I'm supposed to sign. It says signature on me. But a little confusing there.
It's all right, it's legible, it's good.
Jan,
Yes.
the one that you had given me is in that folder with the minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Just
See that?
We can sign it out.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Tammy, with that, can you provide the board, on a regular basis, well, every, whenever our meetings, just an update on where we are with it?
Where we are with our closing out our books.
Yes.
So we are still, I just received the June turnovers for LBA Associates, which I'm going to actually try to figure out how to put those through. We are very far behind. I have been trying to work on this, and I would say Steve as my witness. We've been working very close about this, trying to figure out. First, I was trying to have Chris come back, but the exemption, I couldn't get an exemption to get him back here to close out the books. So we are very far behind. I've reached out to all the legislatures, tried to get their help, and they have been very supportive of us. But now it's come to the time where if we didn't have Madeline, we'd be in some trouble.
Okay. All right. So, and again, just going forward, maybe at each meeting, just give us an update where we are.
Mhm.
As we get close to that December.
Oh,
20th date.
absolutely, I will.
Yeah, Okay, good. Next, we have the West Street project. We have the chair of the West Street Building Committee, correct? It says committee chair, you can bring whoever you want with you too.
Well, maybe after the meeting, we can hobble together.
Oh, you got one on too?
No, I had my knee done.
Oh. So we're here because, well, for a couple reasons, but the first reason is we are out to bid right now, and we got the question as to whether or not the town would waive the permit fees. So that's what we're here to ask you, if the town's gonna allow the permit fees to be waived for the municipal building project.
So we want the town to pay permits to ourselves?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's exactly it.
That's it.
But the question was asked, and so the way we answered it is that they have to pull permits, but the town will pay the fee, because we had to answer that before we could
Right.
meet you. So I don't know how you want to handle that. If you want the fees to be charged to come out of the West Street building pot of money.
That's a good question.
And so we have,
Yes.
I mean, it's almost like an in-kind service because we're paying ourselves for a permit fee that we charge anyway, so, I mean, it's just,
A lot of many towns, I will say, they don't charge their own town to pay, you would, it's our property, so why would we
yeah, well,
charge
it
ourselves?
just makes
I mean,
sense.
Makes sense, exactly.
and it's my understanding on other projects in town, we haven't been consistent, but there have been municipal building projects that have been waived. So, and we have the building inspector here, but of lately, they haven't been waiving.
It's,
Oh, you're over here,
I don't
sorry.
want to be negative because it, like you say, it goes in one the other, but, in the other communities, they normally don't waive, I don't want to go against them, but they don't waive the electrical and plumbing because I'm salary, doesn't matter how much time I spend. Just to go off subject quick, in Hadley, when we had 3 big buildings, 20-something million, we put that in the report, what I would have brought in, and how much time was spent on that wasn't brought in, the money. But that was waived for, at the same time, the fire station, library, and the senior center. The plumbing and electrical normally isn't, because it's, they're paid, by the job, by fixtures and that. As far as what would come out of my budget would just be the $12 fee for the permit, so it's not it's easy wash. The bad part is, the repair just on the stairs, the contractor paid for, in the rear of the building, and then the railing at
Carnegie.
one library, lane is waiting to be paid. So it's just confusion, I guess. Is this just like the only one project we waive, or do you want in the future to waive any municipal project in all 3, building, plumbing, gas, and electrical?
Well, I guess there's 2 things I look at right now. Those 2 examples you just gave are repairs. This is actually a project that the town voted on, the town approved to do. So there is some difference there. And I guess I kind of look at it, like I said, it's like in-kind services. We're paying ourselves to give ourselves back the money.
I agree.
I agree.
At the same time, I also agree that a repair is different than a new project, so.
So the permit fees, when like the electrical inspector goes out, he gets a fee for. Correct, so then that person would not be being paid unless the town pays for it, correct?
Right.
So-
The town paying for it either way.
Right,
But normally plumbing and electrical, because they're paying that somewhere, there would be a permit fee on those, but this is up to the board. Like you said, it could be a one-time deal until we have another big project coming, and the others be considered repairs. That's a good way to put it. That saves me why other people come in and say, why would we charge? Another contract,
It's a
just
repair rather than-
2 weeks ago, like,
Yeah.
that's perfect, and this is a, you don't have any answer to it, that's all.
So in the end, if we were to waive that, we would still have to pay the electrical and plumbing inspectors regardless. So that would be a cost that we would be eating essentially. How much would that be, Tom, do you know?
It depends on the fixtures until they,
Right.
Put the application online and that, it's, based on that. And I mean, I would just, like I said, it's coming out of my budget anyway. In my report, I would just put that, this revenue just didn't come in and went out. I'm not showing the revenue. That's basically all it is.
Essentially, it still goes from the left hand to the right. Would you agree with us, with that, Steve?
That's true. And
Okay.
just as a footnote, since 1990, when I came on board as building commissioner, the fees have been charged and not charged, and with no consistent behavior in terms of determining how that was determined. Mr. Quillen offers a good point, though, in that he's on a salary, so he gets paid regardless if he sits in his chair or makes 100 inspections of the building. I think his concern about the electrical and the plumbing inspectors, however, is valid. And the plumbing inspector and the electrical inspector don't get the entire fee amount, correct?
Correct.
So my suggestion to the board is make a compromise, because the other inspectors are actually, that's the only way they get paid is by
Right.
inspection. They make a compromise and their actual cost be taken from the West Street building project budget, which should be nominal, and waive the building fee. That would be my recommendation.
Sounds feasible to me.
Yeah.
That way we can keep it, moving forward, we can keep it as repairs and/or the inspectors will get paid. But
Well, the
again, it's
inspectors
a
need to be-
nominal fee.
Yeah, and I'd agree, the impact, the inspectors need to be paid their fee, they're doing their work.
Absolutely.
Does that fee change per size of the job?
It's, no, the permit fee is based upon the number of fixtures, like
Right.
said. However, the cost of the inspector going out there is fixed.
Oh, okay.
So it's based upon the number of inspections he makes versus per fixture charge or anything like that.
Yeah, and being a smaller building with not a lot in it, I imagine that there won't be a heck of a lot of inspections on it. It's gonna be a rough inspection. It's going to be maybe something in between and a final, I would think, to make sure everything's running properly, so.
Additionally
And
too,
same
this
with
project is under construction control, is it not?
Correct.
So that means that the architect and the engineers are responsible for making certain that everything is put in according to code and per specifications. So we have that, which is already built into their costs.
Right.
So is it on some projects, Tom, larger projects, when they're engineered specs, normally don't they, in municipalities and/or say like college campus, UMass, they have their own inspectors.
Correct.
So,
Well, it'd be a state inspector overseeing, but when it comes to, the college,
right,
it's just,
Where
it's
it's-
fire and build, I'm sorry.
Electrical.
Yeah, electrical and, fire, building and plumbing, it's by state.
so being an engineered project, could we fall back on the contractor rather than,
The inspectors are still gonna have to do the
Okay.
required inspections. You always have to oversee
Yep.
them. Keep 'em-
Okay.
Keep them, I mean,
Keep-
but that letter,
keep them in line?
yeah, like you said, that letter with that, final control document with that stamp and all is what really protects us and everybody.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So do we go with Steve's suggestion and compromise in the middle and so that the inspectors do get paid
Yeah,
out of the West
yeah,
Street
I
budget?
think this inspectors have to be paid.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it's a minimal cost at that point too, it's not gonna really have no effect on the budget itself, so.
So I guess it's a matter of either we waive it or we go with minimal cost to the West Street budget to pay them.
which is really tiny.
I think the inspection fees are very, very, very tiny compared to the overall. I mean, I can't imagine the inspection fees being over a few $100s.
Yeah. Commercial, it will be.
Yeah.
It will be a little more now, but.
Well, well, like I said, it doesn't matter. I mean, either way, it's gotta be paid, so whether we absorb it or we don't absorb it, we still have to pay it. 'Cause it's coming out, either it comes out of, it's the town's money, it's one pot of money. So, I mean, where do you take it from?
And give it back to ourselves.
Right.
So,
No.
okay. I'd be okay with waiving it, I guess.
Yeah. Cause it's just that, I mean, it's going from one to another, and not
Right.
the same money.
As long as our inspectors get paid the way they
Yeah.
should, we should be all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
So I will make a motion that the West Street project waiver of permit fees be approved, as it will come out of the town and back to the town.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion?
No discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? There you go.
Thank you.
So-
And then one quick other thing. So in the back parking lot, Jeremy, or the maintenance department, has a temporary garage, which I'm pretty sure 85% to 90% sure that that's gonna have to be moved. We're waiting for the Mickler Engineering to do the well testing that we've been ordered to do by the state. And depending on the answer to that, will depend on whether or not we have to move that garage structure. So we need to think about where to put that garage structure, because Jeremy's still gonna need that structure for there's two Conex boxes which we have to move, and then the garage, the temporary garage. So I don't know where in the town those could be moved,
Is there any more room in the,
in the parking lot.
tuck it away?
For the Conex boxes, sure, because they're small. For that garage, to move it 50 feet to the left, then it might be in the way of the septic, I'm not sure. That
Tom,
has to be looked at.
What is he storing in there?
Believe lawnmowers and tractors,
Lawnmowers and tractors?
is it,
the stuff that's on, that big winged lawnmower that's on a trailer, I think that gets tucked in there, and that is, that utility tractor he has, that John Deere when he bought, I think that's in there as well.
And that's gonna require construction control, so wherever it goes, we wanna keep it there. That, you know, you don't.
that was my next
for long
question.
duration.
I assume it's on footings.
It's on concrete
It's
blocks.
Plus.
So,
Okay, stackable blocks fastened to them.
yeah,
Correct.
So it's semi-permanent.
yes.
Yes.
Can be moved, but right now it's semi-permanent. So the structure that moves has to move with that foundation.
Yes,
Essentially set up like a state salt shed where they used to.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
and,
So we need to find a permanent spot for it because we don't want to do this twice.
right, and it's my understanding that Jeremy, what Jeremy has disclosed is we probably use the company that installed it to move it.
I would tend to agree with that.
I mean, we'd have to get a quote, but we already discussed the fire tank it was in the way of the fire tank. And we turned the fire tank so we wouldn't have to move it for that, but then we have this well issue now. So there's a high potential that we have to move it. So we need to you need to start thinking about where to move it to.
So the Connex boxes could be moved at any given time, even if they stay there.
In the
for now,
parking lot,
as long as
somewhere
they're
else.
Out of the way.
Right,
As far as the garage structure, we'll have to find a spot for it.
Because we have so much town property.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe we could just put it at five corners here, the 10 feet we own between Amber Street and Dunkin' Donuts, I don't know. Is it possible to leave it on the property tucked into a corner, and still maintain our property lines and variance?
Well, you'd have to keep it on the blacktop, right? Because if you put it out in the field, you have to pave to get to where the garage is going to be. So that'd be cost prohibitive.
Okay.
So it would have to be somewhere in that parking lot. And
It's probably a good point. You wouldn't want your vehicles with grass underneath them
Yeah.
anyway, so.
Agreed.
Kind of see.
Wherever it landed.
Agreed.
It might be an easier solution to find a spot for the boxes.
The Connex boxes, right?
Boxes, maybe, yeah.
But we're still stuck with the problem of
the
moving.
Connex boxes can be moved forward back 10 feet to the left.
And what I'm saying is we might be better off finding a spot for those, because those can be moved much easier than this.
Right.
So if we're gonna move this, we just wanna move it once, so we can put this somewhere in that parking lot and it stays there.
Okay. Is that,
Cause I don't know what else, I mean, really would good to put that.
I do have an email.
how large is it? Can you guess how large it is? Must be a 30 by 40, I would think.
Something like that.
So about 1,200 square feet, so that's a good footprint.
I don't know what's available over at the highway
I
department.
was gonna say the maintenance.
The leach field and all, Jeremy said it might be
Yep. We have,
checking into it all.
Yeah,
There's not
It
much
might be a
big area
problem.
over there either. Then you got that whole, like you said, that whole septic system from the Kellogg, Leo and Smith Ave.
The common system there.
I go back to, we don't have a lot of towns.
No, exactly. Especially if you're talking stuff that's paved already.
How soon does this need to happen, Lynn?
well, we're waiting for the well people to do their job soon, by December 1st. Yeah, end of December. End of December.
We'll be lucky to get the installer to come back to get that done that quick.
How big are the convex boxes? Are they,
They're usually 8 feet wide. They come in 20, 30, 40 foot lengths.
They're longer ones.
Are they longer
Those are pretty easy.
So they're probably 40 footers.
well, that's what I mean, they're much easier to
40
move,
or
so if we,
50.
you know, if it's not a temporary solution for that, we can always move them down the road. Companies just come in with, just like a dumpster, the same thing, they
Right.
slide them up on
The
there.
local tow company.
Yeah, right. Hit them on the flatbed or something. Yeah, that, I mean, that would be my thought process, unless we can find a, you know, the other piece is a permanent solution.
Yeah, and like you say, we're limited for places to put it, so.
There might be some room behind the safety center there.
They talk about, they did those comics boxes, maybe.
Can we stack them up on top or whatnot? Well, that's, again, I guess that's, you know,
I wonder if Dave DeRocher would have any suggestions of possibilities of where to put it.
I can try to swing
You
down
may.
and talk to him and just
Yeah.
have an idea.
you know,
I mean, is it possible to maybe pave a 1,200 square foot area in the back of his parking lot and make it permanent there? Kind of makes sense because they more or less work together to do the town maintenance and the highway department.
but I don't know if he has that kind of room back there.
Right, we'd have to check. So all right, so it's a tough call to make right now. I think we'll have to table it and.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to David and, you
Yeah.
know,
So maybe we can put it on, if we do agree to a Monday meeting next week, we can table it until then and then come up with a decision. And I know we'll be close on time, but we'll see what we can do.
Maybe we'll put a bug in Dave's here too, to think about it, just.
Yeah.
I mean, he may have some thoughts too.
Meeting, this is why, you know.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean, can you think of anything, anywhere else in town that we could put it?
Is this parking lot in the
That's-
Carnegie big enough?
No, absolutely not.
No.
It would take the whole parking lot.
And then you'd have to
Yeah,
park,
we
yeah.
can't do that. If it's around 1,200 square feet, we'd be lucky if that parking lot is 12.
I thought the DPW would work, but I didn't realize there was a septic behind there.
But you have the DPW that actually does quite a bit of blacktop, so that's a great idea. You're gonna save a lot of money.
We could save money by doing that
Right.
that way. Get a base down there, maybe Dave could put a base, but again, it's if we have the space
Yep.
for it, and we
If there's
can
no
keep
space.
all the easements.
Maybe you could put, he could do some blacktop at the, West Street lot, just make sure it's on the way, move
That-
it once.
That would be another possibility.
you
We
know,
could get it off of the
Like
parking
into the
lot and
field.
just put a pad in.
Right.
Well, to the point too, with the Conex boxes, those two. I mean, we almost put those on the grass and put gravel underneath them,
Correct.
and then put those on top of that. They don't have to have pavement on them, we just put gravel on a barrier, a moisture barrier. It's even easier.
Okay. So let's,
So probably, and that takes up, side by side, it'd be fine.
And unfortunately, there's not much we can store in those things anyhow, to be honest with you. With the temperature changes.
Yeah.
right.
We ran into some real issues behind the station too, just,
Yeah.
the climate, there's no climate control in them, so you go from 100+ degrees in the summer to freezing and the moisture just
It's bad.
builds in them, yeah.
I can clarify tomorrow. We have a meeting. I can clarify with the OPM and the architect. Where in the parking lot can those Conex or in the field, can those Conex boxes actually go?
Right.
That won't interfere with the fire tank or the well or the septic.
That would be great. That would give us a little go on, maybe an option to
Right.
do it that way.
The garage is harder, obviously.
But it's less movement if we can keep it there.
I-
If we could
I
put a
think it
pad
can- I
in
think-
and just move it back 60 feet.
I think it can move to the left, like 25 feet.
Okay,
Everything is hinging on the well,
Yeah.
all right.
So we'll get the input from there and then have a
hopefully soon.
with David and kind of go from there. We have some options, so which is good.
And we should go and get the exact dimensions, so we'll have it. Get that.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy has it in the,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Before we dismiss the chair, may I ask a question of the chair?
Okay.
Going
That's,
back
that's up to her if she wants to answer. I can ask away.
I'm good with that.
you know, do you, off the top of your head, do you think there's going to be an issue with your current budget to cover the cost of the plumbing and electrical inspectors? Hundreds of dollars?
I'll find out tomorrow when we open up our subbids. So I won't know until tomorrow if we're even gonna be within the budget.
Well, let me propose this to the board, that if you find that you have difficulty meeting that threshold, that I will personally cover up to $500 for the inspection fees for the plumbing inspector and the electrical inspector.
Well, that is generous of you.
I want to see the building done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. It's very nice.
That is nice.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
You could always take up a donation,
I know.
right? See, if everybody in town gave you $5, I'm sure it would cover the cost of it all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, next on our agenda, we have the chief, the fire chief to come up. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. I have it.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So I have two proposals, two things that were talked about when Chief Anderson was here, and I'm just following up on it to get the select board's approval. The first is our 2016 ambulance that we have currently right now. Our new ambulance is still being built. Hopefully it'll be done by this next week. It's in Iowa right now. I actually reached out to the guy today to get some information. We probably won't see it until December in our station, but that means that we still have to load it with equipment and everything. And so I'm asking the select board if we could keep our 2016 Ford F-550 ambulance as a spare unit, just because, of course, this weekend we can use it as an example. We went to UMass 3 times this weekend to assist Amherst Fire. So we actually didn't have an ambulance in town. And I had a couple call members said if we have a second ambulance, they would go to the station and cover the station to have an ambulance in town. They actually, Amherst Fire actually utilized a lot of resources this past weekend. They had like 41 incidents between like 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. at the college. So we went out there twice, and then we went out on Friday night, and we went out again on Saturday night. Chief Anderson had already brought this plan and discussed it with the finance committee, and they were in support of us keeping the second ambulance. Also, since I've been here, we've actually borrowed District 2's ambulance twice to just get this one, like an oil change and like a maintenance. So that's just taking another resource from another town for us to use. So I just want to get your approval if we can keep our second ambulance.
Yes, I don't see a problem with it. What I would be curious about is, how well it's still running, how many miles are on it, how many
So-
years are we gonna get out of it?
Yeah, so 150,000 miles are on it right now. It just hit about 150,000 probably about 2 weeks ago. I just had it Marcotte for an oil change. I told them just to go through it,
Okay,
and they went through it, and they said that it's in really good shape. Like, they've taken really good care of it, the crews and stuff, and everyone on the department. So we could probably get another 5 years
okay.
out of it as a spare. We did call to see how much we'd get, how much it would be for a trade-in value, and it's right around 5,000 or less.
Which might not be worth it, because if we can keep it, so you keep it active,
Yep.
so
So
if we're out and we get a call from another town, can we man it to send it out to keep it flowing, keep the cash flow?
yes. So that is my plan. So before I got here, Chief Anderson had put money for per diems once a day. So if they take it, so we've been very fortunate and lucky that we've actually had 3 people on shift during the day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay,
So especially with me being there, there's 4 of us. So if our first ambulance goes to wing or CDH and a second call comes in, then myself and the per diem person can hop on the ambulance and provide a second medical call.
all right. Then I would be acceptable to that, Glenn, if you are.
We're gonna park it.
We have room right in the station. No, we have a Connex box out back. No.
It won't fit, it's too much.
And we already are, so the other thing too is we already are paying for an ALS license for our Tahoe right now.
Yep,
So all we'd be doing is just transferring that license, because we already paid for a paramedic license,
Right.
to the second ambulance.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, really, it was $5,000. It's
yeah.
it's more valuable to us to keep it for that kind of money.
I agree.
And my other plan too is to probably get this in like the mix like every 2 weeks. So at least to give our new ambulance like a break,
Yep,
so we don't get too much mileage on that.
and
So,
also keep it running.
yep,
Because
Yep.
is it a Ford?
yeah,
Okay, so I ran Fords for about 30 years. They like to run every day.
yeah.
If they don't run every day, they tend to fall apart. Okay, so I'm good with that.
That's their slogan?
Yeah, it should be. I've seen it happen. When they get up in age, that's what happens.
No, I would agree. In that way, we might as well use it as much as we can to get the value out of it, and offset the new ambulance as well.
Yep.
So,
And also have the option to help the other towns if we
Yeah.
can do that. So,
okay.
And then my second proposal, this was Chief Anderson had budgeted for FY26 for per diem paramedics. He came up with a scale and already had it in the budget for FY26. He spoke to Mark about it, and Mark said we have to bring it to the board. So Chief Anderson was just waiting for me to start to bring it to the board. So I wrote up a thing. So we were paying our per diem paramedics $27.50. And then we went down and we did they had a scale for how many years as a paramedic, if they're doing dual roles or if they're just paramedic only after 5 years. And we actually are kind of, it's the public sector. They've actually raised their rates for per diems and part-timers. So it's been kind of hard to get paramedics. So that's why we were looking for an increase a little here. It is already budgeted for, that Chief Anderson put in. But I've actually had a lot of people come to me say that they want to come here part-time or per diem and they're paramedics. because of the pay.
Good. If memory serves me correct, Glenn, we did discuss this when Crystal was still on board, I believe, when
Yeah.
Chief Anderson started filling in for us, so I thought we were on board with it then.
Yeah.
Okay. He thought so. He just wanted me to just bring it to you and.
Yeah, he did bring it to our attention, so
Okay.
we were just kind of waiting for it to come back, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it just, again, these are certain things that kind of make sense. It helps the fire department, run, I think, more efficiently when you have that. And it's valuable to the town because it's not a full-time person.
Right.
We're not paying all the benefits and everything else that goes along with it. So, if you pay a few extra dollars up front, so be it. But again, we're talking about, dollars that are used for life-saving events. I don't think anybody would question, someone spent some extra money to save someone's life.
Thank you.
Plus paramedics, I just want to say, are very hard to come by. So if we're lucky enough to have them actually want to come to our town, that's amazing. So
I heard it's the new chief. That's
I hope so.
could be. That's good.
all right.
So I'm open to vote. Would like to make a motion on that?
Well, why don't we start off the first one? The ambulance.
Ambulance, yeah.
So I'll make a motion that the town keep the our current ambulance, even after the new ambulance comes in, and we'll transfer the license from the Tahoe over to the ambulance, which will become the backup ambulance, but will be used when needed, but other times it'll go out as well.
Yep.
I will second the motion.
All right, any further discussion?
No discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. What is the current rate, chief, gonna be the 2750?
No, that was it, 2750. So the current rate would be down below of what their experience is. Oh,
That's right. Yeah. So 3 to 5 years experience as a paramedic would be $30 an hour. 3 to 5 years as a firefighter paramedic would be $32 an hour. More than 5 years as a paramedic would be $32 an hour. And more than 5 years as a firefighter paramedic would be $33 an hour, which is very reasonable, I would say. And again, to have people that want to do this part-time, is valuable to our organization, even like the fire department, the police department, stuff like that. The part-timers or per diems, it actually helps a lot with coverage and actually saves the town money in the long run.
I agree.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the additional hourly wages for paramedics and firefighter paramedics. As read, 3 to 5 years, paramedic $30 an hour, 3 to 5 years, firefighter paramedic $32 an hour, 5 years or more paramedic $32 an hour, and 5 years or more firefighter paramedic would be $33 an hour.
I agree. I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
No? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. Want to make sure that gets something new. When do you want that effective? We're gonna have an effective date for that. So,
he had a budget for the
Yeah,
first of the
okay.
year.
He had it in the 26 fiscal year budget,
Yeah.
so it's there.
It's there now,
So it could be
effective today.
effective
Today.
immediately.
Yeah,
Okay.
effective today. There we go.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Chief.
Thank you. Next, we have minutes. I'm just gonna wait for our next meeting, so
Okay.
Mark's here. He can
It's perfect.
weigh in on the minutes in case you want to see them changed.
Yeah.
Do any update on the curbside collection?
Yes, I do want to do an update. So I have reached out to some surrounding companies. I'm waiting to hear back from one more. Two of them, though, are not doing the manual, they're doing the automatic. They said one of the main reasons is because of the safety concerns. So I think I would rather wait till Monday, November 10th, anyways, when Mark is here, because him and I have been working on that as well together. But I think it's definitely something we're gonna have to probably think about going automatic versus manual.
Who is the,
I don't have the names.
that would do curbside? Who's that one? Because we know all the big firms that do the.
Right, that's why
The
I call
automation.
waste. I have the names, I don't have them listed on here, but, and I'm waiting for, I don't know the names of the other one I called. I called Waste, Republican I talked to. There was another one, I'm waiting to hear back from Seals something, I can't remember the name,
Okay.
but I will,
If you can,
yeah, I'll get that
that
from you.
information
The
for
Seals,
us.
I'll get you the companies. I think it's just something we're gonna have to maybe come to reality that manual is,
Steve, as far as budget is concerned, do you have concerns going forward if we were to go automated because of the extra costs?
I don't know enough of the problem to give you an opinion at this point, because I haven't reviewed Tammy's proposals or anything else. There are some concerns, however, with the automated systems. A couple of things that come to mind are the condos. Right now, we're subsidizing the tax collection through real estate taxes.
Good point.
And it would be nearly impossible for Granby Heights, for example, to do those big camps. There's no place to put them. So that's a problem that would have to be addressed. There are, I see every other community do this. One of the biggest concerns that I personally have is what's the frequency?
well, so obviously if you did it bi-weekly, I know you and I have talked about this, it would be cheaper, but I also hear people saying that there's flies or there's issues with that. That's a long time. Obviously going weekly would be more expensive. So I will tell you that there's another thing that Holly and I have been discussing this as well. We thought about putting an RFP together, doing manual and automatic, manual bid 1 weekly, manual bid 2 bi-weekly, automatic 1 weekly, automatic 2 bi-weekly.
Yep.
And just see what do we get,
Yeah.
just to put it out there, because we have to do something. Obviously, we're coming down to budget time, so
Yep.
budget season's coming up, and I know Holly's been working really hard on that RFP right now, combining both of the. I have one that's manual, and I had one that was automatic, and I think you're almost done with that RFP. So we could go out that route too. I mean, I think you're not really gonna get the sense of how much it's actually gonna cost us until we actually go out to bid. So I think if we really want like a true estimate,
We need to go out.
We
go out to bid. So do we just take it and go out to bid and see what we get? I think that's what we should do and see
I
where we
think so. Put
stand.
both out there and we look what's the best option and,
Yeah.
feasible.
So do you want me to go ahead and go out to bid for it and we'll see where we stand, where we're at? All right, we can,
Yes,
how much
please.
longer do you think we have on that RFP? Probably by next week?
No.
All right, so I'll give you an update on Monday, November 10th. Hopefully we'll be able to have it out to bid. Holly and I are almost done with that and we'll see where we stand. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
That's what we need.
I agree, so.
Because we're gonna be forced to make a decision now.
We really do, and budget is coming up so fast, so quick. So, all right, so I'll have that, an update on that for you on Monday, November 10th. And I'll let you know when the bid process will be taken, when we'll have it out. Hopefully, we can have it out to bid before then, so.
Is Mark available November 10th?
Yes, I made sure to make sure he would be available Monday, November 10th. So on that meeting, we're gonna put on, obviously, up the curbside collection, update on the financials, so we can talk about the revenue firms. And then what was that, what are those boxes, the
Connex boxes,
Got it, Mark?
rice book seal,
CONEX, they're
Okay.
just storage boxes.
storage boxes, okay.
They're the big.
So I'll
steel
put
ones.
discussion.
They're shipping containers essentially.
Go check them out. So I'll put
Wait
discussion.
to hear back from probably Lynn and Dave Gross for that as well.
Correct.
Do you want me to still put it on the meeting, or do you want me to just wait until we hear back?
Well, if
It's
we
not a
can-
regular meeting for us. I don't wanna came us up with a lot of different stuff.
All right, so let's just do those two. I won't put that
Yeah.
on until the,
I mean, if we
till
have
we
the
hear more. If
information.
I hear information. I
You,
will.
you can put it on it, so it's on our agenda, and if we
Yeah.
have information at that time, we could talk
We can
about it.
discuss it.
All right, so we'll just put those two, so,
Yeah.
curbside collection and update on financials.
Excuse me. Very good.
That's all I got?
Anything else?
No.
All right.
Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn,
I will make a motion to adjourn the regular meeting at this time.
and I'll second the motion. Any further discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed?